At the beginning of the story, we see some people scream because the ground is trembling. A maid who is carrying some dirty clothes screams when the ground trembled. The maid asked a man who appears to be a bodyguard about the cause of the earthquake. The man told her that it is not serious. He asked the maid to attend to her duties. The maid was not convinced when she heard the man's response. She told the man that an earthquake is a serious matter. She asked the man about what was going on. The man told her that their young master, whose name is Yu Hyun, is trying to walk. The maid was shocked to hear this. She told the man to stop saying nonsense. Immediately she said this, the ground trembled again. The bodyguard opened the door of the young master's apartment to allow the maid see for herself. When he opened the door, we see a huge fat boy doing his best to take a single step. Yu Hyun fell before he was able to take another step. His bodyguard quickly rushed to help him. Yu Hyun was pissed off when he saw his bodyguard coming towards him. He reminded his bodyguard that he ordered him to not step into his apartment. The man was sad to hear this. He decided to head back outside. Yu Hyun pushed himself up with all his might. His trousers had split into two by the time he got up. He was very annoyed with the current state of his body. He grit his teeth and said that he will not give up. He pulled his strength together and decided to take another step. He raised his leg and successfully took another step. After seeing that he could control his body to an extent, he decided to take another step. Unfortunately for him, his leg had a cramp and he lost control of his body. A mosquito that was passing by panicked when it saw that Hyun was about to fall on it. It tried to run away, but it was not fast enough. Hyun's gigantic body crushed it. As Hyun fell on the floor, he complained about having such a horrible body. When he landed on the floor, his bodyguard, who seems to have heard the sound of his body falling to the ground, quickly rushed to help his young master. As Hyun was slowly losing consciousness, he contemplates on the fact that he needs to save the Mirim. The name of the man in Hyun's body is Jin Wagong. Wagong returned to the past to save the Mirim. While the Mirim is currently a peaceful place right now, it will face a great catastrophe in the near future. This catastrophe will be caused by the Minion of Chaos. As soon as the Minion of Chaos appeared, he united the unorthodox Mirim and made the central plane flow in blood. All the sects came together to fight him, but all of them were destroyed. Wagong believed that the Minion of Chaos was an incredible person because no one can easily unite the Mirim. Wagong lost his parents thanks to the chaos caused by the Minion of Chaos. He lived his life like a worthless human being. Fortunately for him, he met his masters. His masters were the Shaolin Master, No Gang, the Wudong Sword Immortal, Woon Hyun, the Heavenly Strategist, Jigul Morin, the Tang Clan Master, Ah Chun-Su, the Beggar Sect Master Chui Bull, and the Sword King, Nam Gung Sung. Due to the fact that the most powerful people in the Mirim accepted him as their disciple, Wagong believed that his life would change for the better. Unfortunately, this was not true. His masters constantly beat him up under the pretense of training. He was thrown into a pit of snakes and was given nothing but a torch. He was once asked to swim with tons of heavy rocks attached to his leg. He was forced to survive places with hundreds of traps. At some point, his masters starved him and made him become bald during the winter season. He was thrown outside with nothing but his thin clothing. Due to the fact that his masters wanted him to defeat the Minion of Chaos, they were forced to train him in the fastest and harshest way. His masters always told him that he has to suffer because he is young. By the end of his hellish training, Wagong had successfully learned all his masters' martial arts. After seeing that Wagong had learned their respective martial arts, the masters came together and started sharing some energy with Wagong. While they were sharing their energy with Wagong, they asked him to find the Minion of Chaos when he returned back to the past. They told him to unite and train them once he gets to the past. Immediately they said this, Wagong's body slowly started to disappear. While his body was going into the air, he said that he was forced to return to the past because of his master's plan. He was not angry with this idea because he believed that he would leave a comfortable life after he kills the Minion of Chaos. Unfortunately for him, he got regressed into Hyun's body. He was annoyed that he could not even walk properly. Currently, Wagong is lying in his bed after he lost consciousness trying to walk. His father, whose name is Yu Sung Hwan, is screaming at the Imperial physician whose name is Jang Se-yong. Sung Hwan told Se-yong to help his son since he is a physician. Se-yong was annoyed by the fact that Sung Hwan, who is also his friend, was screaming at him. While Sung Hwan was shaking in fear for his son, Wagong says that he will never give up, especially after he went through such a hellish training. He assures himself that he will survive no matter what, while thinking of what to do. He spits out some blood from his mouth. Sung Hwan was terrified to see this. He asked Se-yong to save his son. Se-yong said that he has successfully saved Hyun. Sung Hwan was annoyed to hear this. He grabbed Se-yong and told him that his son is bleeding. Se-yong told his friend that Hyun is bleeding because his blood was congested, while the two men were screaming at each other. Wagong realized that he needs a virgin ginseng to help him train his martial arts. He realized that he has to get the virgin ginseng before the minion of chaos gets it. While the two men were bickering, Wagong was trying to recollect his memories. He did not remember the year the minion of chaos gets his hand on the virgin ginseng, while he was trying to remember the details involved in the event. Se-yong tells Sung Hwan that he should be thankful to him for saving Hyun's life. Sung Hwan grabbed him and told him that he will kill him if he cannot save Hyun's life. Wagong was surprised to hear how loud the old men could be. He decided to calm himself and think about the day at which the virgin ginseng gets into the hand of the minion of chaos. After thinking for a while, Wagong realized that he had only 6 months before the minion of chaos get the ginseng. He screamed at the old men who were shouting. He called them old farts and told them that he only has 6 months left. The two men stopped fighting when they heard Hyun's voice. Se-yong was annoyed to hear what Hyun called him. Sung Hwan hugged his son when he heard his voice. He squeezed Wagong tightly to the point that he could not breathe well. Hyun began to shake. Sung Hwan asked his friend about why Hyun was looking unwell. With blood on his lips, Wagong called for his father. His father immediately ran to his side with a smile on his face. Wagong pushed himself up and told his father that he would like to take a stroll. His father was shocked to hear this. He immediately ordered his men to get a 4-man sedan chair ready. Immediately Sung Hwan gave the order. 4 strong-looking men who were holding a sedan chair arrived. Wagong was shocked to see this. He could not understand why he would need to sit down for a stroll. He told his father that he would prefer to walk. Sung Hwan immediately called for Hwang Chung. Hwang Chung assisted Wagong in getting up and moving. Sung Hwan could not believe that his son was actually walking with his own legs. Hwang Chung was happy that Sung Hwan could see Hyun walking because Sung Hwan did not believe Hwang Chung report about Hyun. Sung Hwan began to cry. He could not believe that his son was finally walking in front of him for the first time since he turned 10 years old. Wagong finally understood why his body was obese. The people in the manor were surprised to see their young master walking. Hwang Chung's body was trembling due to the massive weight it was supporting. Wagong did not care if the servants were applauding him. He believed that they would die if he is not able to regain his martial arts. Half a month later, we see Wagong doing his best to walk around his manor. He does not understand why he has not seen any changes after walking every day. He decided to measure his weight. He sat down on a huge scale. He asked Hwang to fill the other part of the scale with pigs. Unfortunately for him, he was still more heavy than the pigs. He was very angry to see this. He began to scream. He said that he won't be able to do anything before the minion of chaos takes over the Murim. While screaming, he realized that he does not know the name of the minion of chaos. He could not believe that he was not able to remember the minion of chaos' actual name. He did not think that such a thing would be possible because his masters recited the minion's personal information to him countless times. Now he cannot even remember the minion's name or face. He began to panic. Hwang thought that Wagong was panicking because he could not lose weight. He told Wagong that weight loss is very hard to do. He told Wagong that they should cut out sugar from his diet and create a menu centered around protein-filled food. Wagong did not listen to a word Hwang said. He was contemplating on the fact that he keeps on losing some memories. He remembered certain things and events, but some information already got cleared from his memories. After calming down, he realized that the minion of chaos should appear in Anhui province to get the virgin ginseng. Wagong realized that he could also get the virgin ginseng and wait for the minion of chaos. He believed that the minion would be weak since he won't be able to use the ginseng. In his imagination, Wagong easily overpowered the minion of chaos. He told the minion to kneel in front of him and worship him. While he was lost in his imagination, Hwang believed that his young master had finally gone mad. Wagong realized that his new life will start once he is able to kill the minion of chaos. He began to laugh like a crazy person. Hwang grabbed a pig and began to cry. He believed that Hyun was going mad because he is trying to lose weight too fast. He ran to get Se-yong. Wagong knew that he has to do something about his body if he wants to stand a chance against the minion of chaos. He believed that even if he walks around for 10 years, he won't be able to solve his problem. He realized that he has to think of another method. While thinking of what to do, he sees Hwang and Se-yong running towards him. Jang Se-yong is someone who was chosen to become the emperor's physician before he even turned 30. He is an extremely capable individual. He created his own medical techniques at age 50. Wagong believed that Jang Se-yong could be his savior. When Hwang and Se-yong reached Wagong, Se-young told Wagong that he already realized that he was insane when he said he wanted to walk. Wagong asked Se-young if he can create a medicine that will help him drastically lose weight within a month. Se-young was surprised to hear this. He could not believe that this was the reason why Wagong was walking. Se-young was sad to hear this. He believed that Hyun was walking because he wanted to lose weight after he was rejected by the Namgung clan. He grabbed Wagong's hand and told him that there is a medicine that can help him lose weight over a period of time. Wagong asked him if he can lose weight within 6 months. Se-young smiled when he heard this. He told Wagong that he has to use the medicine for 3 years and he has to also exercise. Wagong was annoyed to hear this. He called Se-young a quack doctor. Se-young hugged him and told him that there is another method to solve his problem. Se-young directed Wagong to a stream. Wagong was very happy when he realized that water buoyancy could help him. He told the men who carried him to the stream that he will come to train here every day. The men were horrified to hear this. They wanted to die from one trip. They could not even imagine doing such a dangerous job every day. They did not understand why their young master suddenly wanted to be fit. They preferred it when he used to sit around all day. Wagong carefully stepped into the water to get a good feel for it. When he noticed that he could move much more freely, he decided to go further into the water. Unfortunately for him, there was no longer any rock to support him. He began to drown. He called out for Huang, but the water blocked his mouth. While he was drowning, Huang assumed that he went deep into the water to play. Huang believed that Wagong was diving. He believed that Wagong has the natural talent to become a seaman. One of the men who carries the sedan chair told Huang that their young master might have fallen into the stream. He told Huang that the stream is deep. The information did not quickly register in Huang's head. He soon realized that the man had a point. While he was thinking of what to do, someone jumps in the water. As Wagong was drowning, his consciousness appeared in a different location. Wagong did not understand what was going on. He did not recognize the memory. In the memory, we see a coachman riding a carriage very fast. In the carriage, we see a woman and a baby. This baby is Hyun when he was 2 years old. Wagong feels some pain in his head. He quickly realized that he was in Hyun's memory. He was surprised by how cute Hyun was when he was a child. He deduced that the woman holding Hyun must be his mother. The carriage shakes and the woman who is low on energy tells Hyun to survive. Wagong was sad to see this. He wondered why Sung Hwang was not in the carriage. The woman tears drops on Hyun's face. Hyun smiled at the woman. The woman smiled back at him. Wagong felt bad that he was not able to help them. The memory ends and he returns back to drowning. Someone comes to save him and swim up. Hwang was scared because he could not swim. While he was trying to decide on whether he should jump inside, he sees a woman come out of the water with Hyun in her hands. Hwang was relieved to see Hyun. He asked the woman about their young miss. The woman told him that their young miss asked her to come here first. She told him that their young miss is on her way here. She told him to save Hyun before they continue their conversation. Hwang realized that Hyun's body was still full of water. He began to press Hyun's chest in order to get the water out of him. The scene shifts and we see Hwang and Se-young kneeling in front of Sung Hwan. With a terrifying look on his face, Sung Hwan asked Hwang and Se-young to give him an excuse before they die. Hwang and Se-young were terrified to hear this. Hwang immediately betrayed Se-young. He told Sung Hwan that Se-young was the one who asked Hyun to start swimming. Se-young could not believe that his best friend threw him under the bus. Hwang told him that they are not best friends because they do not have anything in common. Sung Hwan called out Se-young's name and grabbed a sword. Se-young was terrified to see this. He told Sung Hwan to be rational. Sung Hwan was about to attack Se-young, but he is stopped by someone. While Sung Hwan was screaming at Se-young, a young lady stepped into the room. She had heard that Hyun fainted. With a smile on her face, she asked Se-young about what caused Hyun's sudden change. Se-young said that it is all the Namgung clan's fault. He said Hyun is in a state of shock after being rejected by the Namgung clan for marriage. He told them that Hyun desperately asked him for a method which he could use to lose weight, so he had to answer Hyun's request. Hyun's father was sad to hear this. He could not believe that he was not able to know how Hyun was feeling. The young lady told them to allow Hyun to swim if he wants to. The men were shocked to hear this. Yu Young Hai, who happened to be Hyun's elder sister, told them that there are other places aside from the stream where Hyun can easily swim. When Wagong woke up, he was embarrassed by the fact that someone had to save him from a stream. He was sad when he remembered that Hyun grew up without a mother. He finally understood why Hyun's father was so protective of him. He realized that Sung Hwan must have loved his wife a lot, which made him obsessively raise his left-behind son in fear that he might also disappear. While Wagong understood that Hyun had a weird upbringing, he did not understand why Hyun would let himself reach such a state. He was not sure if Hyun even has any muscles at all while he was looking at his body. His sister and her bodyguard entered his room. Wagung asked her for her identity. He feels a slight headache and realized that this lady is Hyun's sister. He was surprised by how beautiful she was. He could not believe that she was Hyun's sister. His sister's bodyguard asked Wagung if she is allowed to carry him. Wagung told her not to bother. He told her that Hwang and the other strong men can barely raise him up. The bodyguard told him that she is better than Hwang. She put her hand under his armpit and raised him up. She asked him to follow them. The scene shifts, and we see the men carrying the sedan chair smiling. Wagung did not understand why the men were in such a happy mood. When they arrived at their destination, he saw something shocking. Wagung was surprised to see the people of the manor digging a large pit. He did not understand what was going on. He came down from his sedan chair and asked the servants about what they were doing. No one gave him an answer. He wondered if the servants were digging a grave for him. Young Hai moved close to him and told him that he no longer needs to go to the stream to swim. Wagung did not understand what she was talking about. Immediately Young Hai said this. The servants began to pour water into the pit. Wagung was shocked to see this. He quickly realized that the servants had built him his very own swimming pool after filling the pool with water. The servants walked up to Wagung and began to congratulate him on his progress in his workout. Wagung did not understand why the servants were happy and laughing. He was certain that his father was exploiting them by making them build a pool. He thought that the servants were going to resent him for giving them a lot of work. He wondered if Sung Hwan brainwashed the servants by offering them a lot of gold. While the servants were congratulating their young master, Hwang came to greet his young master. He screamed his young master's name in fear. When he got closer to Wagung, he noticed that Young Hai's bodyguard was also at the pool. Hwang, who seemed to have a crush on the bodyguard, quickly regained his composure and tried to act cool. Wagung asked Hwang about Sung Hwan's occupation. Hwang was surprised to hear this. He smiled and assumed that Wagung wanted to brag about Sung Hwan's occupation. He told Wagung that his father is a great scholar that all scholars look up to. With passion in his eyes, Hwang told Wagung that Sung Hwan is someone who is known as the symbol of integrity. Wagung was surprised to hear this. He could not believe that a man as goofy as Sung Hwan was actually a scholar. Hwang told Wagung that Sung Hwan usually opens up their clan's warehouse to share food and clothes with others when a famine occurs. Sung Hwan is the most respected person in Oniping Prefecture, and most people from around the world always come to visit the prefecture because of him. Wagung was surprised to hear this. He could not believe that Sung Hwan is such an amazing person. While listening to the tales of Sung Hwan, Wagung realized that he is the only son of a wealthy man who is respected by everyone in the town. He realized that he does not have to work to enjoy his life. All he has to do is receive everything he wants. Wagung began to laugh like a crazy person when this realization came upon him. The servants were shocked to see this. They did not understand why their young master was laughing like a crazy person. The scene shifts, and we see Wagung come out of the water after swimming for a while. When he came out of the water, he asked Hwang to bring him something. Immediately he asked this question. Hwang brought out a heavy metal ball with a chain attached to it. Wagung was surprised to see the size of the metal ball, while Hwang was attaching the chain to his leg. Wagung contemplates on the fact that he can have a wonderful life if there is no chaos for him to stop. Immediately Hwang finished attaching the chain to Wagang's leg. He picked up the metal ball and threw it into the pool. The metal ball dragged Wagung as it flew into the pool. Before he entered the pool, Wagung cursed the minion of chaos for making him work hard and suffer unnecessarily. When Wagung got to the bottom of the pool, he stood up and held his breath. Wagung knows that a person's circulatory system is fully open when they are born and slowly begins to close as they age. This is why it is best to train one's energy while they are still young. Wagung believed that it will take him 1,000 years to accumulate any internal energy into a body that has never been trained. Fortunately for Wagung, his masters prepared an internal energy method for a situation like this. The name of this method is the Spirit Energy Heart Cultivation Technique. While training with this technique, Wagung will allow energy to flow to his heart instead of his energy core. He will also allow it to flow in his blood vessels instead of his energy vein. After Wagung meditated for a long time, a bright light came out of the water. When Wagung opened his eyes, he was happy because he had successfully practiced the technique. Immediately he activated the technique. Spirit energy, which replaced internal energy, began to fill his heart. Wagung was surprised that he was able to easily feel the flow of the water. He decided to try out a martial art technique. He put his right leg forward and decided to try out the Shaolin's strongest fist technique, which can crush boulders that are 100 feet away. The name of the technique is 100-foot mystic fist. Immediately Wigong used the technique. There was a large swirl in the pool. 8 immortals descended and walked as if they were drunk. This is the Beggar's Sect 8 Drunken Immortals Step, a sword with infinite variations. This is the Namgung clan Heavenly Sword. While Wigong was practicing numerous sword techniques, Huang waited for him outside the pool. Huang was surprised that his young master was able to hold his breath for such a long time. He was more surprised to see that Wigong has been practicing for a month. He believed that Wigong would give up after 3 days. He thought that Wigong was crazy when he asked him to attach a metal ball to his leg. When Wigong came out of the water, he asked Huang to get something prepared. The scene shifts and we see Huang putting some pigs on a huge scale. When Huang was about to put the last pig into the scale, Wigong moved close to the scale. Wigong believed that the training he did in 1 month was something that no one could ever do. He was certain that even the legendary Huatua could not fix his body the way he has done it. Huang and Wigong were scared to see the result which the scale would bring out. Wigong knew that all hope would be lost if he is not able to get rid of this fat. When he stepped on the scale, the needle in the scale moved around endlessly. Wigong was nervous when he saw this. Fortunately for him, the needle landed in the middle. Wigong was happy to see this. He could not believe that he has actually lost weight. Huang rushed to hug his young master. Wigong, who was squeezing Huang's bones, told Huang that he was only able to lose weight thanks to his constant support. After realizing that Huang was choking, Wigong let him go. He apologized to Huang for his actions. Huang told him to not worry about it. He told Wigong that he understands him perfectly. Huang told Wigong that Nam Samduk, who is the tailor, will no longer need to sew ripped clothes every day. He told Wigong that the men carrying the sedan chair will be extremely happy with his weight loss. Wigong also accepted this logic. He told Wigong that the rumors about him being adopted because he is fat will go away, with a smile on his face. Wigong told Huang that to stop talking after hearing what he said. Unfortunately, Huang did not listen. He told Wigong that the rumors about him losing his marriage because he is fat will also go away. With a horrifying look on his face, Wigong told Huang to shut up. He could not believe that Huang was not able to read the mood in the air. After seeing the look on Wigong's face, Huang became scared. He told Wigong that Sung Huan asked him to do something. He left the pigs and ran away. When Wigong sat down to rest, he contemplated on the fact that he now has spirit energy and he is slowly losing weight. Although Wigong was amazed with his progress, he was still annoyed that he had not yet attained the body that he used to have. Internal energy is something people get from endless training, while spirit energy is something which people can improve upon if they consume herbs or mystical creatures filled with spirit energy. Unfortunately, one cannot reach a certain level without consuming a mystical creature. Because of this, Wigong believes that he needs to get the virgin ginseng before the minion of chaos gets it. Wigong remembered that the herb would be discovered behind Huangshan in 6 months' time. He wished he could get some spirit energy before 6 months. Immediately he said this, Se-Yong appeared in his front with a bowl filled with medicine. He told Wigong that his body will be in shock because he has been training in water ceaselessly. He told Wigong that he put a 15-year-old herb into the medicine. Immediately Wigong heard this. He grabbed the bowl and drank the medicine. Se-Yong was shocked to see this. After drinking the medicine, Wigong went to practice. He was surprised by how useful Se-Yong was. He decided to quickly absorb the spirit energy before the drink digests. After practicing for a while, Wigong began to feel the energy gathering in his body. After successfully gathering some spirit energy, Wigong smiled and said that he will destroy the minion of chaos after that day. Wigong's daily schedule was drinking medicine and burning fat by exercising. 2 months later, we see Wigong training in the water. He used a palm technique in the water. This caused a huge wave in the pool. Huang was surprised to see this. He could not believe that his young master was able to use any palm techniques. He called Wigong a haughty pig and said that it is not possible for him to use such a technique. Unfortunately for him, Sung Huan happened to be at his back. He asked Huang about who he is calling a haughty pig. Huang, who had not turned around, said that he is talking about his young master. When he turned around, he was terrified to see Sung Huan. With a horrifying look on his face, Sung Huan grabbed the sword of the man next to him and asked Huang about who the haughty pig is. The man standing next to the patriarch asked the guards to drag Huang away. With a smile on his face, the man said that Huang has worked hard for a long time. He believed that Huang deserved to enjoy some time in the storage room. Huang, who completely understood the man's intention, thanked the man, who happens to be the chief administrator. With a look of admiration in his eyes, Sung Huan asked the chief administrator if he saw how his son used a palm technique. Sung Hwan was sad that his son wanted to learn martial arts and not academics, but he still wanted to support his son. He asked his chief administrator to get some paper, a brush, and ink. He told the chief administrator that he wants to send a letter to the Imperial Palace. The scene shifts and we see the patriarch give Wegang a martial arts book called the Divine Heaven Manual. Wegang did not understand what was going on. He asked the patriarch about how he was able to get the martial arts book. The patriarch told his son that the book is a secret martial arts manual which the Imperial Palace gave them. Wegang was surprised to hear this. He could not believe that the emperor would give them a martial art book. Wegang always believed that Sung Hwan was slightly exceptional in academics. He quickly realized that Sung Hwan must be very influential for him to receive a martial arts book from the emperor himself. Sung Hwan told his son that he simply tried his luck by telling the emperor that Wegang has been interested in martial arts lately. He said that he never expected the emperor to send him the best manual from the Imperial Palace martial arts vault. The chief administrator could not believe what he was hearing. He remembered how the patriarch pestered the emperor with letters every day. Sung Hwan told the emperor that he is sad because he has been forgotten by him. He told the emperor that he no longer favors him as he did in the past. He asked the emperor if he has forgotten about him because he is buried in state affairs. The chief administrator was sad to see that the patriarch was lying to his son. With a smile on his face, Sung Hwan told his son that he has a new martial arts master that will teach him. Wegang was surprised to see who his new teacher was. Sung Hwan told Wegang that the chief administrator, who happens to be Wegang's brother-in-law, is a capable martial artist. The chief administrator, who is Young Hai's husband, is a martial artist named Dam Chunwoo. Sung Hwan began to praise Chunwoo. He told Wegang that Chunwoo is from the best martial arts family in Hubei province. Wegang was annoyed to hear this because even the Dam clan patriarch would bow in front of him if he wanted to learn some sword techniques. Wegang did not know what to do. He wondered if he should just tell Sung Hwan the truth about his identity. He quickly realized that this would create a lot of trouble for everyone in the manor, especially Se Yong. Wegang did not want such a thing to happen. While thinking of what to do, he had an idea. He realized that he could use this opportunity to build up his internal energy. If people asked him about how he has so much energy, he would be able to tell them that he learned from Dam Chunwoo, and if people ask him about the martial arts he is using, he will tell them that he learned it from the Divine Heaven Manual. He went on his knees and bowed to Chunwoo. He acknowledged Chunwoo as his master. The patriarch was surprised to see his son bow. He cried and said that his son is very polite. He believed that his son was flawless. The scene shifts and we see Chunwoo instructing Wegang. Chunwoo screamed at Wegang for having the wrong stance. He asked Wegang to practice his stance again. Wegang immediately stood up and got into position. Chunwoo told Wegang that he is sad that he cannot do a simple movement. Wegang was annoyed to hear this. He realized that he has been going easy on Chunwoo. He called Chunwoo brother-in-law. Chunwoo told him to not call him such a name. He told Wegang that he is his master. Wegang became more annoyed when he heard this. Wegang called him master and told him that they should move on to the next technique. He told Chunwoo that while the basics are important, it is probably more important for him to learn more essential moves that will allow him to perform the techniques properly. Chunwoo called Wegang a dunce when he heard his opinion. He told Wegang that he will only be able to master the technique after he has gotten a strong foundation. He moved close to Wegang and asked him about how he is going to learn anything if he is so stupid and dense. This insult was the last one which Wegang could take. He was annoyed that Chunwoo was acting like an almighty master simply because he played along with him. He believed that playing along with Chunwoo for 10 days was enough. Chunwoo believed that Wegang saw the technique he was learning as an easy one. He told Wegang that the 6-combination fist technique is not a joke. Wegang asked Chunwoo to fight him. Chunwoo was surprised to hear this. Wegang told him that the only way he can prove that he has mastered the technique is if they fight. He told Chunwoo to spar with him using the 6-combination fist technique. He told Chunwoo that the loser of the spar will accept the logic of the winner. Chunwoo was shocked to hear this. He could not believe that a martial arts newbie like Wegang wanted to spar with him. With a smile on his face, Wegang asked Chunwoo if he is scared to fight him. Chunwoo was annoyed to hear this. He told Wegang that he was once part of the 7 dragons of Hubei. Wegang laughed at Chunwoo when he heard his response. He told Chunwoo to not bother fighting him if he is too scared. When Chunwoo heard this, he fell for Wegang's bait and accepted his challenge. He placed his thumb on his neck and pressed his acupuncture point in order to temporarily seal his internal energy. He told Wegang that he does not want to have any advantage in the fight. He untied a ribbon from his cloth and used it to tie his right hand to his body. Wegang was shocked to see this. He believed that it was enough for Chunwoo to seal his energy. He never expected Chunwoo to actually tie his own hand. Chunwoo allowed Wagong to attack him first. Wagong decided to use a technique called the Bird Dragon Roar to begin his attack. Wagong moved close to Chunwoo and perfectly executed the technique. Chunwoo was able to dodge the attack, but he was surprised to see Wagong perfectly use the technique. Wagong was surprised that Chunwoo was able to dodge his attacks. He quickly realized that Chunwoo was actually a very good martial artist. He decided to use his next attack, but his body began to shake. He realized that he had to end the spar quickly. He rushed to attack Chunwoo. When he got close to Chunwoo, he landed a punch on his right hand. The attack pushed Chunwoo to the ground. Chunwoo was surprised to see himself on the ground. Wagong stood above Chunwoo and began to attack him mercilessly. With a smile on his face, he called Chunwoo master and told him that he is his disciple. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 3 of this video, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.